Calisto 2 online DGA monitor. Commissioning the Calisto. Warning: before starting up the Calisto, the following points must be checked. No tools or other equipment have been left inside the monitor. The earth ground is properly connected. The mains power is properly connected. All signal, relay, and communication wirings are installed. The monitor is protected by an appropriate circuit breaker. Both transformer oil supply and return valves are open. Both monitor oil inlet and outlet valves are open. All conduit fittings are fully tightened and rubber plugs are installed on unused entry holes. Verify that the unit is at least 0.6 meters or 24 inches above the ground. Verify that the system is not subject to excessive vibrations. Verify that there is no leakage from the oil supply lines. When the Calisto 2 is started up or reset, the unit enters a self-diagnosis, initialization, and powering up sequence. This mode allows the onboard computer to evaluate weather conditions and allows the detection cell and moisture sensor to reach equilibrium with the environment. The initialization process takes 3 hours or 1 complete measurement cycle. Throughout the process, the display on the door will indicate H2 equals init. If the monitor temperature falls below -35 degrees Celsius or -31 Fahrenheit at startup, the monitor will enter a preheating mode where only the internal heating elements of the Calisto will be in operation. The unit's onboard computer will start up once the Calisto's internal temperature reaches -5 Celsius or 23 degrees Fahrenheit. In extremely cold weather, it could take several minutes or even several hours to reach this temperature. For more details, please refer to the installation and operation manual. To configure the Calisto using Calisto Manager, follow these instructions. Warning: electric shock hazard. Only persons with electrical safety training and certification should undertake the electrical installation of the monitor or open the enclosure after the equipment has been installed. The laptop must have Calisto Manager installed. A CD is provided with the Calisto. The desired version can also be downloaded from morganschaffer.com. The Calisto comes with a 1.8 meter or 6 foot AB type USB cable. The USB port is reserved for monitor configuration, preparation, and maintenance. For more details, please refer to the installation and operation manual. Installation: open the Calisto door. Using the USB cable provided by Morgan Schaffer, connect the laptop to the Calisto unit. The USB connector is located on the interface board. To install Calisto Manager, insert the Calisto Manager CD in a PC and double-click on the Calisto Manager application file. Follow the on-screen instructions. At the Choosing Components step of the installation, be sure to check the USB drivers box. If a notification window appears, click Continue Anyway. To launch Calisto Manager, from the Windows Start menu, choose Programs, then Morgan Schaffer, then Calisto Manager, and Calisto Manager again. the Calisto Manager main window will appear. The choice and arrangement of the columns displayed on the Calisto Manager main window can be customized by right-clicking on the first row of the columns and selecting Show Columns. From the File menu, use the Open command to open relevant files, such as Calisto Databank and Event Log files. From the Tracking menu, use the Add Monitor to List command to add monitors to the active database. Add Monitor to List. To add a monitor to the database, from the Tracking menu, select Add Monitor to List. For the connection type, select Serial, then click Find. The connected Calisto should appear in the Found Monitors window. Check the checkbox of the monitor to select it, then click Add. The connected monitor should now appear in the list of monitors in the database displayed on the main window. Connection. If the Calisto will be installed using a permanent connection to the UDP, TCP/IP, or serial port, highlight the monitor on the main window and under the Calisto menu, select Connection. This will allow you to set the monitor address and connection settings for any Calisto communication port apart from the one currently in use. Tracking. From the Tracking menu, the Start and Stop commands are used to track selected monitors. These functions are also provided by the toolbar buttons Start, Stop, and Add Monitor. To enable monitor tracking, first check the boxes corresponding to the monitors to be tracked. Monitor Settings. For each installed Calisto monitor, Settings window tabs should be reviewed and adjusted to your preferences. You must be in Advanced User mode to edit monitor settings. To configure the settings on the monitor, highlight it on the list, and from the Calisto menu, select Settings. Use the mouse or the Tab key to access the fields for editing. After entering new data in a field, you must press Enter to save your changes. Identification. Monitor and transformer information is entered in the Identification tab. Calisto date and time can be synchronized with SNTP by changing the source. Communication. Calisto monitors offer native support of 3 communication protocols: Morgan Schaffer systems, Modbus, and DNP3 Level 2. The preferred method of adjusting the communication settings is through a local connection between a laptop PC and the Calisto USB port. RS-485 communication. To communicate with other devices on an RS-485 network, each monitor must be assigned an RS-485 ID that is unique in that network. The range for Calisto 2 monitors is 1 to 99. Ethernet communication. Each Calisto monitor has an Ethernet port, which requires a specific IP address, subnet mask, and gateway. Note that the IP address is normally specific to the monitor and that the subnet mask is normally common to a group of Calisto monitors. Each connection has to be maintained by sending a message to Calisto within the specified TCP connection timeout value. DNP3 protocol. Under the Calisto menu of the main screen, the DNP3 configuration is used to configure DNP3 for RS-485 or TCP communication. Modbus protocol. The Modbus protocol can be activated on the RS-485 communication port of Calisto. Both RTU and ASCII transmission modes are supported. IEC 61850 protocol. If the Calisto monitor has the optional IEC 61850 Ethernet communication module installed, use the software supplied with the module to change the IP address, subnet mask, and gateway of the IEC 61850 module. Fluid type. The Fluid Type tab of the Settings window is used to configure the monitor to the fluid type of the transformer being monitored. Warning: selecting the wrong fluid type or solubility coefficients may lead to inaccurate dissolved gas and moisture readings. Please contact Morgan Schaffer if you require assistance selecting the appropriate fluid type. I/Os. From the Settings window, the I/O tab is used to configure the 420 mA analog inputs and outputs to represent the desired gas, moisture, or temperature readings. Alarm limits. Perhaps the most important settings for the Calisto monitor are the limits for level alarms and trend alarms for dissolved gases, moisture, and temperature readings, if connected. The limits can be modified using the Alarm Limits tab of the Settings window. Relays. Calisto 2 has 5 normally open, normally closed dry contact relays. Flexible relay configuration options are provided on the Relays tab of the Settings window. Close the unit and tightly screw on the door. Use a flat screwdriver and tightly screw on the 2 hinges to seal the Calisto. The installation of the Calisto is now complete. Collecting an oil sample. The Quick Connect oil sampling tube supplied with the Calisto makes collecting oil samples easy. The quick sampling port is located below the enclosure. For more details, please refer to the installation and operation manual. Close the outlet valve of the Calisto. Connect the Quick Connect oil sampling tube to a glass syringe fitted with a 3-way stopcock valve, typically a 30 cc capacity syringe or a shake test syringe. Turn the 3-way stopcock handle toward the top port and push the piston of the syringe all the way in to remove all air from the syringe. Connect the Quick Connect oil sampling tube into the monitor's oil sampling port. Turn the 3-way stopcock handle toward the side port and allow the pressure inside the Calisto to fill the syringe with at least 30 cc's of oil. Do not pull on the piston to fill the syringe. Turn the 3-way stopcock toward the sampling tube and flush the contents of the syringe. This step is necessary to remove stagnant oil from the sampling valve assembly. Turn the 3-way stopcock handle toward the side port and allow the syringe to be filled with the desired quantity of oil. Do not pull on the piston to fill the syringe. Repeat the last 2 steps to ensure that there are no bubbles in the sample. Once the desired volume of oil has been reached, close the shutoff valve of the syringe, handle toward the syringe, then remove the syringe and the oil sampling tube. The oil sample is ready for analysis. The installation and commissioning of the Calisto 2 online DGA monitor is now complete. For more information, please contact Morgan Schaffer's Technical Support Department. This video was produced by Morgan Schaffer. Morgan Schaffer. Accuracy is everything.